financial statement analysis, 5 case studies. I'm sure all of you would have noticed that even though the cases that were given to you were completely different from each other, but the responses that have emerged from all of you are more or less same or on the same lines. Now, what does it indicate? It indicates that any problem in finance, any situation in finance will require similar factors to be looked at. So, if I were to look at these situations and do the analysis of these situations, what will I look at? So, first of all, friends, I will look at the profitability. So, any company on whose board I am there as a director, whether as an independent director or as a regular director, doesn't really matter. Any company in which I have made investment in China or anywhere in the world, or any company that I am wanting to do the competition analysis, or any company whose valuation I am interested in. If I have to do any of these things, the first thing, friends, that I would look at is profitability. And please remember, profitability can be looked at from different perspectives, from 3 different perspectives, or maybe I can say from 4 different perspectives. So which are these 4 different perspectives? These 4 different perspectives are: number one is from the perspective of sales. So अगर मुझे किसी कंपनी की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी को एनालाइज करना है तो मैं सबसे पहले क्या देखूंगा? मैं सबसे पहले देखूंगा कि कंपनी की प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी हाउ इट इज vis-a-vis the sales of the company. And then I would look at the profitability of the company from the perspective of capital providers. From the perspective of capital providers, that means the people who have given the capital to the company, I will look at from their perspective. Now, having done that, I would look at from the perspective of how effectively or efficiently the company is using the assets. So that means, thirdly, I will do the analysis of profitability of the company from the perspective of earning capacity of the assets. Is the company using the assets efficiently, effectively, and what kind of return the company is earning from the use of those assets? So the first thing that I would look at whenever I have to do any financial analysis of any company is from the perspective of profitability. And these are the 3 different perspectives. Number 1, sales. Number 2, capital providers. And number 3, return from the assets. I can add one more dimension here, friends. And the 4th dimension is I will also look at the profitability from the perspective of economic value added, EVA. Now I'm talking about EVA from the perspective of profitability. But remember, EVA is something which gives you an overall idea about the entire business. So these are the 4 perspectives, and from which angle I would look at the company and its profitability. Then I would look at the liquidity of the business. How liquid is the business? And please remember, it is a fact. It is a well-researched subject that पूरी दुनिया में whenever a company closes, 90% of the times, the reason as to why the company closed is because of the bad working capital management, bad liquidity. So a business, if it has to sustain and grow on a continuing basis, it has to ensure that it has a good liquidity. So whether it's my investment in China, or it's about a company on whose board I am there as an independent director, or it is the competition analysis that I'm trying to do, in all the cases, I would look at the liquidity. How liquid is the company? What is the liquidity of the company? As we go on, we will understand as to what is liquidity, of course, one by one. But at this point in time, my idea is to give you a complete background about the different aspects of financial statement analysis that you and I should do and you and I would do. Thirdly, I would look at is the solvency. Now, what is solvency? Liquidity is short-term solvency of a business. And please pay attention. Liquidity is short-term solvency of a business. And what is solvency? Solvency is a long-term liquidity of a business. सो सॉल्वेंसी से हमें क्या मालूम पड़ता है? सॉल्वेंसी से हमें मालूम पड़ता है कंपनीज एबिलिटी टू टेक केयर ऑफ इस ऑल शॉर्ट टर्म ऑब्लिगेशंस विदाउट एनी प्रॉब्लम। सॉल्वेंसी से हमको क्या मालूम पड़ता है? सॉल्वेंसी से हमको मालूम पड़ता है कंपनीज एबिलिटी to take care of all its obligations, short term as well as the long term. So the third thing that I would look at, friends, if I have to do the financial analysis of a company, is the solvency, how solvent the company is. Number 4 I would look at is the efficiency in utilization of the fixed assets. And I'm sure, friends, you can very easily understand how does a business start. A business start by somebody bringing in capital, and with that capital buying assets, fixed assets and the current assets. Ultimately, how well a business will do will depend on how efficiently the business is using the assets. How many times the business is able to turn the assets around so as to generate more revenue. And therefore, the fourth factor that I would look at is the efficiency ratios, or efficiency in utilization of the fixed assets. That's the third thing that I would look at. Number 5, no, that's the fourth thing that I would look at. Number 5, I would look at effectiveness in working capital management. What kind of working capital management this business has? Does the business has a very sound and tight working capital management, or the working capital management of the company is weak, and thereby the inventories are piling up, receivables are piling up, and if that is happening, that means the business is going into a wrong direction. So the fifth thing that I would look at is the effectiveness with which this business is managing its working capital. At number 6, friends, I would look at the financial leverage or financial risk. Now, what is financial leverage? Financial leverage is how much is the how are the borrowings of this company? Is this company moderately leveraged, or this company is highly leveraged, or this company is not leveraged at all? So leveraging simply will mean has the company borrowed? So if a company has got very high leverage, it's risky. And I'm sure many of you, friends, would have already passed your insolvency exam as well. And therefore you would know that all the companies without any exception, that have gone to NCLT are the ones who had a very high leverage. And since they had a very high leverage, and they were not able to service that debt, and as a result of that, these companies have gone to NCLT. Now, not only these companies have gone to NCLT, but unfortunately, many of these companies also had to change the hands. The management of these companies also had to change, because the previous management could not manage the debt of the company. And therefore, the sixth thing that I would look at is financial leverage. How much is the borrowings of the company, and how is the EBITDA of the company? How is the debt servicing capacity of the company? That is what I would look at number 6. And number 7, I would look at the market value ratio. Obviously, all of us are wanting to become a valuation professional, and therefore all of us will always be interested in knowing about the valuation. So the fifth thing that I would look at is also market value. So what are the market value ratios? Which are the ratios that can help me to get an idea about what is going to be the likely value of the shares of this company, or the likely value of this company? So that's point number 7, factor number 7 that I would look at. Friends, I'm sure अगर आप ये 7 फैक्टर्स को जो कि आपके स्क्रीन पर हैं, अगर आप उनको गौर से देखेंगे, और अगर आप इनको वो जो 5 केस स्टडीज हमने डिस्कस करी हैं उनसे कोरिलेट करने की कोशिश करेंगे, तो आपके ध्यान में आएगा दैट ऑल दीज 7 फैक्टर्स are applicable to all those 5 case studies that we have discussed. Even though those case studies were completely different in with each other, but all these 7 factors you will need to look at in case of all those companies. So now, friends, what we're going to do, we are going to look at all these 7 factors one by one. My idea, my objective in this session is that after this session today, friends, you should be absolutely comfortable as far as the financial analysis is concerned. And I'm sure, friends, this financial analysis is not only going to help you in your passing your valuation exam, in becoming a successful valuation professional, but it will also help you in every walk of your profession, every aspect of your profession when it comes to finance. Now, I'm going to discuss all these one by one. Now, before I pick up the first one, that is profitability or the performance analysis, let me ask all of you in case if you have any question. So first we take your question and then we go to the first aspect. Over to all of you.